And let's take a minute to find our sit bones and drop nice and tall. And before you close your eyes, look down at your legs and just notice, is one leg higher than the other one or lower? Just take notice. See if you can kind of look over your shoulders and notice, does one shoulder appear to be higher? And then look long through your center. Close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Blow it out like you're blowing out a candle. Deep breath in. Blow it out. And feel your body begin to settle down into the earth. Close your eyes. Drop into that space. And on the inside of your body, find that heart space. The heart space is right behind the breastbone. And then imagine that heart space growing bigger. And notice, does it have color? And it doesn't matter if you see color or not. Imagine it to be the color of green. Breathe into that heart space. Expand the lungs wide and full of oxygen. And let it out. And then expand the lungs as you draw in all the way to the belly. And let it out. And then return to normal breathing and begin to make circles around the body with your upper body in the pelvic girdle going clockwise. Start really small. There's a movement in the body following the breath. So as you inhale and come forward, exhale, go back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, go back. And as you begin to feel the movement, deepen the circles, growing long in the crown. And notice that as you engage the pelvic floor, it allows the drawing up to be easier, circling around. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. Feeling the circular movement of energy. And then pause on the exhale and inhale, reversing it. Go the other way. Notice how this feels different. Notice how when you begin to stir your pot the other direction, it changes the energy. Notice if you feel this in your hips, in your knees, in your ankles. I feel it in my neck, the base of my skull. So what is above is so is below. So as I circle around the sacrum, it's beginning to open in my neck. Notice how the shoulders will soften. When you bring your attention to it, it allows space to create an openness and a softening. And then pause in the center. Take a nice deep inhale, growing tall. Blowing it out. One more time, deep breath in. Blow it out. And just settle in. Find your breath. Feel the connectedness to the earth. Feel the energy move through the body, even though the body is still. There's an awareness of the vibration in the body. Maybe you feel the air moving around you. Notice the breath moving in and out of the body. All the subtle, small movements that our mind typically misses because we're busy living outside of ourselves. Bringing it in. On the next inhale, grow long in the crown, and exhale, lowering the chin only. Feeling the back of the neck open. Now, as the chin moves forward, draw your shoulder blades down your back. This really, really catches the upper trapezius and all those neck muscles. Inhaling, growing long through the crown again, growing up nice and tall. And softening the gaze, coming into the room. We're going to just move straight into standing this morning. So as you find your way to standing, come to the end of your mat. Take a nice deep breath in, find your mountain pose. Pick those toes up. We're going to start here, sinking into the feet, really finding our groundedness, finding the balance. Deep breath in, blow it out. And inhaling the arms up, setting those toes down one at a time. Exhaling the arms down. We're only moving the arms, beginning by warming the shoulders, inhaling the hands up, exhaling them down. Inhaling the hands up, exhaling them down. This time we're going to inhale them up in front of the body, inhaling them up overhead, exhaling them down. Let your hands move as if you're painting the wall with your hands. Up, exhaling them down. So as you draw the hands up, the back of the hands are showing. As you pull them down, the front of the hands are flat. So really work those wrists. Following your breath, bringing energy into the body. 2 more this direction, inhaling up, exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down. Now back up to the side, inhaling up, exhaling down. Allow a twist to come into the shoulders, so palms facing up as you come up, palms facing down as you come down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. 2 more here, we're going to add to it. Inhaling up, exhaling down. This time as you inhaling up, we're going to swan dive forward. Swan dive forward, do it slowly, bend your knees, scoop it down, and as you come up, lift those arms up overhead. So we're making a big circle. Exhaling, dropping down. Inhaling up, feel those shoulders open. Exhaling down, bend those knees, squat down into it. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Feel the energy begin to move through the body. Inhaling up, exhaling down. 2 more of these. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up and pause. We're going to reverse it right here. Hands go down, squat down. Now we're going to reverse it. Inhaling up, arms wide. So it's as if we're drawing these big circles, moving the energy, clearing out our auric field. So my vision this morning is to clear anything no longer serving me out, protecting my own energy field, creating a loving barrier for what I need versus what I no longer need. Exhaling down, feel the hips warming, feel the shoulders warming. Exhaling down, inhaling up, Make sure to really blend into those knees because it's warming the hip, it's warming those big muscles of the legs, the quads, the hamstrings, the hips. Exhaling down. Inhaling up one more time. Exhaling down. Inhaling up, hands come up overhead. Bringing those hands down center line to the heart. Take a break here. Notice what's happening in the legs. Is the core engaged? Spin those knees out, grow long to the crown. Drop out of the shoulders. Beginning with half sun salutation. Inhaling, dropping the hands down. Deep, long breath. Exhaling, swan dive forward. Inhaling, halfway up. Feel those hamstrings. Exhaling down. Inhaling, reverse swan dive. Now, I like to bend my knees when I do this because it actually opens the legs. Exhaling down center line again. Inhaling the hands up. Follow your own breath. Exhaling, swan dive forward. Inhaling, halfway up. Exhaling down. Inhaling, reverse swan dive. Exhaling down center line. Beginning again. This time we're going to add to it. Exhaling, swan dive forward. Inhaling, halfway up. Exhaling, stepping that right foot, left foot, right foot forward, left foot back. Sorry about that. We want to twist to the right this morning. We're going to do some twisting, but let's start with opening those hamstrings. So you can always modify lunge. This is a great place for blocks. If you're a block user, just place them on either side of your foot. Lengthen through your crown. Now, as you sink down, square off the hips. Draw that right hip back, left hip forward. Notice if you're twisting out of that left foot. Okay, looks good. Draw that hip back, sink straight down. Lengthen through the crown, breathe into it. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. Beautiful. Now, sinking straight back. Straighten your front leg. Work to let that left heel down to the floor. Now, you may not straighten your front leg, and that's okay. But the work is in drawing that right hip back, left hip forward while you're sinking into your heel. Sinking down into it. Breathe into it. Find your breath. Lengthen through the crown. So I'm looking up. What would it feel like if you tipped your chin just slightly and you felt the whole back of your neck open? Breathe into it. 4 more breaths. Excellent. Now, sinking back into high lunge. Sink that knee down to the floor. Release that foot. And then sink forward. Really sink into that psoas. This is the only posture where the knee can actually pass the ankle safely. Really feel that opening through that psoas muscle. Draw your breath in, keep breathing, and sink back, all the way back. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. Breathing into it. Your mind is wandering and the monkey is chattering. Notice it, give it some love, thank it. Let that monkey know that you'll come get him when you need him. And Allow the chatter to go to the other room. Inhaling, sinking back forward, forward into that. Left hand comes next to the right foot, preparing to twist open, spinning open through that right hand, creating a nice long line of energy. Now, if you're looking to the ceiling, make sure you've lengthened through your crown and then twist your head. My neck's not doing that this morning, so I'm going to just look straight ahead, reaching for that ceiling, nice and tall. Little micro movements, engaging that pelvic floor, sinking down a little bit lower, breathing into it. Feel the energy, feel the movement, the little teeny movements. Your body might be quivering a little bit. You feel the air move through the lungs. Now, turning that palm behind you, bring that hand all the way behind your back, looping it around. Now twist that shoulder open a little deeper and sink lower. Breathing into it. Three more breaths. Slow it down. Good work. Inhaling, lengthening through that arm, lift it back up. Exhaling, coming back into low lunge. Bring that foot back underneath you. Spin back up into high lunge. Right back, here it is. Right into high lunge. Sink back into it. We're going to straighten that front leg again. Walk that back foot in a half a step. Tip that head, really let that front body fold over that leg. Feel it. Breathe into it. 2 more breaths. Last one. Step that foot forward to meet the other one and drop straight down into forward fold. Now feel the difference of the right leg to the left leg. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down. Inhaling reverse swan dive. All the way up. Okay, here we are standing. Exhaling, hands down center line. Take a minute. Feel the energy. Where is it moving in your body? Where do you feel it? Dropping out of your shoulders. Engaging that pelvic floor. Sliding that tailbone down your back. There you go. Soften the knees. And on the next inhale, inhale, circling the hands down and around. All the way up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up. We're going to do some half sun salutations here. Balance out that energy. Inhaling, reverse swan dive. Exhaling the hands down center line. Again, inhaling, circling it around. Exhaling, swan. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down, beginning to feel the energy stabilize. It's balancing out. One more time. Inhaling, circling the arms around. Exhaling, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up. This time, exhaling down, stepping back through that right foot, leaving the left foot forward. So here we are into high lunge. So it always takes me a minute or two to wiggle through and find where this lunge is comfortable for me to posture into and hold. So do that. If you find that your body's like, ooh, this is tough, wiggle around a little bit. Move that energy. If you have the space to let your hands be flat on the mat, do that. If you need blocks, then use them and sink down into this left side. Find your breath. Lengthen through the crown of that head. Might require a little tipping in the chin to find the opening in the back of the neck. Square off those hips. Now sink straight down. Let that pelvis, as if you were going to go straight to the floor. You won't. It's about a ½ inch movement, maybe 2 inches at the most. Breathing into it. 2 more breaths. Sink a little lower. Now, straighten that front leg. Draw that right hip back. Work that heel to the floor of the right foot. This side of my body's really talking to me this morning. So just notice, if your body's talking to you, it's okay. Listen, what is the message it has for you? What is it telling you? The message of my body is step forward into your power. What is your body's message? Every day there's messages. On the next inhale, sink back forward into that lunge. All the way forward into lunge. Lower that back knee down. Release that foot. Sink forward. Really feel this. Right hand comes next to the left foot. Engage that pelvic floor and spin it open. There's our twist right there. Little micro movements here. Engage your pelvic floor. Let that knee travel to the little toe, but not splay open. Sinking forward. Looking at your hand, looking straight ahead, or looking at the floor, but not all three. Breathing into it. Turning that hand to go behind you and bringing that hand behind you. Open that shoulder. Find your balance. If you find that this is a really deep balance pose for you, I'm wiggling all over the place. Find something to look at. Focus in on it. Find your focus. Inhaling, lifting that hand back up high. Exhaling down to the floor. Sinking straight back here. Open that hamstring. Fold over that leg. So I have a little extra tissue around my middle, which I love. Move it out of the way if it's in the way. It's okay. Love every part of who you are. Find your center, lock into it, breathe into it. Feel that hamstring open. And on the next inhale, look forward. Exhale, curl the toes under. Inhale, lifting back up into high lunge. Right here it is, high lunge. Walk that foot in a half a step. Sink back. Square off those hips. So this is all about twisting, opening the pelvis, creating strength in our center. The world is going through a major change, and our role as each individual is to be well grounded and centered so that we can move with the changes. On the next inhale, step that right foot forward to meet the left foot. Sink all the way down, forward fold. Notice how you feel in this moment. Are you balanced here? Just notice. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down. Inhaling reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhaling those hands down center line. Take a pause here. Notice how you feel in your feet. Notice how you feel through your pelvic floor. Notice how you feel through your shoulders. If you're shouldering the world, if you're shouldering the world, what would it feel like to just set it down for 1 second? You know, 1 second.
Excuse me.
On the next inhale, drop the hands down, circling them around. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down, inhaling reverse swan dive. Hands down center line. Again, inhaling. Circling around, balancing out the energy. Again, feeling the movement. Noticing how your body's beginning to move differently as we build strength and openness through the pelvic floor. Reverse swan dive. One more time. We're gonna add on. Inhaling, circling around. Exhaling, swan dive forward. Inhaling, halfway up. Exhaling down. This time, step that left foot back, coming back into high lunge. Okay, come into high lunge, sink full down. Now you might have to really let your back leg go back far. Square off those hips, sink it down. Bring that foot in a half a step, and then straighten both legs. So we are preparing for a reverse triangle here. So if you need blocks, this is a great place to put a block on either side of your foot. If you don't have blocks, this is a little bit of a balanced pose. So as you move through this, right now we're just opening both legs, engaging our pelvic floor. As you move through this, pause as you find your balance. Left hand comes to the outside of the right ankle. Now it can be on a block, it can be holding your leg, and if it doesn't do it well for you, you can leave it on the inside of your foot. Engage that core and spin open. Reverse triangle. So for my body, I have to bend my knee and I've got to tip my head down so I don't get dizzy. My hand is working to go to my leg. And my balance is wiggly. So that's okay too. Reverse triangle. The idea is that both legs are straight. Not really happening in this body, but I'm imagining it. 3 more breaths. Excellent. Bringing that hand down, do it slowly. So from right here, in this triangle, forward triangle, wide angle, I'm going to make up a name because it's not coming to me. That happens. Feel the strength in your core. We're going to begin to pour our weight into our front leg. So we're still over the leg. And when you have the space, kick off and let that front leg hold your body. So in a super stretchy person, this would be a standing split, and your leg would be pointing at the ceiling and your head would be on your knee. And in a normal person, it looks like what's happening in your body. And that's perfect. 3 more breaths. Last one. On the exhale, bring that foot down to meet the right foot. Now you're in folded forward fold. Dropping all the way down. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down. Inhaling reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhaling your hands down center line. This is like child's pose, standing Anjali Mudra. Take a break. Feel the power and the support of the earth as we pause. Check in with everything. Is your pelvic floor engaged? The belly button going to the back. Shoulders are down, going long in your crown. On the next inhale, inhale the hands down, circling them around. Exhaling, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down, inhaling reverse swan dive, 2 more. Hands down center line. Inhaling, circling around. Exhaling, swan dive forward. Halfway up. Exhaling down, inhaling reverse swan dive. Hands to the heart. One more time, adding on. Exhaling, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling, stepping that right foot back, left foot step, left forward. Now, don't go too far back because we're going to straighten the front leg and the back leg. Right here. Reverse triangle. So as best as you can, square up those hips, pull the bend out of that front leg. Straighten the front leg. There you go. Good. Preparing for reverse triangle. So again, 3 options here. Your right hand can come next to the left foot. It can come onto your leg, or it can come to the outside of your left foot. Whichever works for you. Find your balance. I have no balance on this side, so you'll watch me wiggle around. Maybe fall out of it. That's okay. Make sure you're safe. Engage your core and spin open. Reverse triangle. Whatever that looks like in your body. No judgment. Only doing what you can do. Three more breaths. 2 more. Last one. Reach through, coming back down. Again, straighten the legs, square off the hips. Let that forehead work down your leg as if you're going to touch your forehead to your shin. Really feel that back body open. Inhale, exhale, preparing to move all your weight into the left foot. When you're ready, kick that right foot up off the floor, coming into standing split. Our version of standing split. Find your breath. Two more breaths. Feel the strength building. Let go of your toes. And let that right foot come down beside your left foot. There it is. Standing forward fold. Now, do you feel balanced in the pelvis? Just notice. Hips are more open on each side. Exhaling, lowering down. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling, lowering down. Nice deep inhale. Reverse swan dive coming all the way up. Exhaling your hands down center line. Take a minute. Feel the energy. If you're dizzy when you come up like that, just soften your gaze. Inhale and exhale. The dizziness a lot of times with blood pressure balancing from being tipped upside down. Good. On the next inhale, drop the hands down, circling them around. Exhale, swan dive forward. We're going to go all the way down and step back into downward facing dog. And we're just passing through dog to go to the floor. So whatever that looks like, we're going to go all the way to our belly. So it may look like a chaturanga in your world, or it might just look like you're going to the floor. So here we are, lying on our belly. Reaching the arms out in front of you, if you have space to do so. And your forehead can be on your mat. The next inhale, we're going to lift our right hand and left leg. So engage your pelvic floor, feel that pubic bone press into the earth, lifting the right arm and the left leg. Find the strength in this. Feel the hip points working to the floor. As the work comes from the back of your leg, your hip, across the back of your body, your shoulder, drop out of your shoulder. 3 more breaths. And exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lifting the other side. There it is, right there. Feel those hip points. Work to the floor. The back muscles are opening. Two more breaths. And exhale, lower it down. This time, only the upper body. So first, prepare the lower body. Lengthen through the left leg, through the right leg. Let that pubic bone press into the floor. Power is in the core. Look and then lift your arms, lengthen through your crown, and then balance out. Only the upper body. Breathing into it. Two more breaths. And lower down. Letting the upper body work down into the floor so your forehead can come down if you want. It can be chin, whatever's comfortable for you. Now, I'm going to have my hands out in front. The other option is you can bring your hands down and put them underneath your hip points and let your forehead be on the earth. So whatever is comfortable for you, we're only doing the back, the lower half of the body. No, nice deep breath in. Exhale and lift. Find your breath. Make sure that your feet are holding the ball in between the feet. It's an imaginary ball, but the important thing is that your legs are not splayed all the way open. Find the strength in the core. The core helps to lift the legs off the floor. 3 more breaths. You begin to lose your ball. The wind will take it and blow it away. Hold those feet as if they're holding a ball. Works the adductors. Last breath. Nice deep breath in. And lower it down. Again, we're headed into the right, left leg. Right arm, left leg. Nice deep breath in. Inhale, open it up. Right here it is. Find your breath. Find the static hold. Find the strength. Engage that pelvic floor. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift it up. Other side, you've got it. Find that pelvic floor. Breathe into it. Exhale, lower it down. This time, everything is up. Take a break here. We're going to do arms and legs. So lengthen through your legs, reestablish that pelvic floor. And on the next inhale, lift. Superman, all the way up, flying. Hold the ball between your feet. Don't let those legs splay open. Breathe into it. Three more breaths. You can complete the journey. And exhale, lower it down. Take a break, turn your head to one side, bring those hands down beside you. Lift those legs at the knees. Rock the body side to side. Yes. Open that low back up. Find your breath. On the next inhale, hands come underneath your shoulders, and from this position here, we're going to find our way to lying on our back. So what does that look like in your body? It might look like a vinyasa. It might look like flipping over on your back. So whatever it is, find your breath. Follow your breath to get there. Follow your breath to get there. It might involve a child's pose. It might involve a downward facing dog. It might involve a vinyasa with a jump through the feet. Whatever feels delicious in your body. Whatever it is, when you get to your back, bring your knees into your chest. Allow the body to fully soften into the floor. Any movement that you need to get there. And then keep the right knee in and lengthen through the left leg, keeping it off the floor. Let it hover. So, core is engaged, shoulders are flat. We're going to do a little bit of core work. We have some time. So we're going to lift our neck off the floor, our head off the floor. And then we're going to switch. And we're going to bring that left leg in. And we're going to hold it. We're going to breathe. And then we're going to switch. So the feet are never going to the floor. This is level 2 here. Level 1, your feet could go to the floor. And then switch. So now we're going to follow the breath. We're going to inhale and so it's like as you pull your knee in, you're blowing the breath out. And as you're switching legs, you're taking a breath in. If your neck gets tired, you can set your head down. It just changes it a little bit, not bad. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Keep that right knee in. Let your head go down to the floor. Lengthen long in the crown. Point that left toe. Draw that right knee in. Engage that pelvic floor. Begin to prepare for twist. Opening that right hand wide. Engage that pelvic floor. Draw that right knee all the way across the body. Okay, let the lower body get there first before you worry about your neck and head. So this is a little bit of a journey. All right, once that knee is across the body, take your shoulders up, flatten them to the floor, lengthen through the crown, and then look to the right hand. Deep twist. So we open the back body, we work the front body. Now we're twisting the body. Excellent. Inhaling, drawing it in. Coming back. Opening it up. And lengthen that foot down. Now, if you feel like you're a little crooked on the mat, balance that body first. And then lengthen through the right leg, drawing the left leg in. Draw it in nice and tight. Really feel it in your abdominal cavity. And then hook that right hand over the left knee. Engage your pelvic floor. Twisting slowly. Passing through those deep hip rotators. Making sure that you're supporting from your center. Lifting those shoulders and then looking towards your opposite hand. Breathe into. Nicely done. Feel the body beginning to calm, cool. As you're ready, bring that knee back across the body, opening it the other direction. Bringing the foot to standing, the left foot to standing, the right foot's going to meet it. Coming flat on the floor, okay? Walk those feet in. We're not going to bridge yet, so bring your palms to facing up, okay? So the first thing that's going to happen is we're going to engage our core just enough to feel the curve in the low back come out of it. Then we're going to go long in our crown and lift up through the shoulders, right here. So our palms are up to receiving. This might be your posture right here. Breathing into it. Now we're going to reach with our right hand as if we're going to touch the outside edge of our foot. And then we're going to inhale and come back to center. And we're going to reach and touch the outside of our left foot. So this is our lateral motion here. And if you're inhale coming to center, exhaling, reach. Inhaling, coming to center, exhaling, reach. If your neck begins to hurt, grow long in your crown, drop your ears over your shoulders. Don't be reaching for the ceiling with your chin. So what that looks like, if this is too much for your neck, is just set your head down like this. And then you can, but it's easier if you have lengthening through your crown, following your breath, side to side. Another option is you can always place your hands behind your head as long as your elbows are open wide and reach your elbows to the side. Try it. See what it feels like in your body. 2 more. And last one. Each side. Do it 1 more time. Good work. And all the way down. Lengthening arms overhead. Lengthen through those toes. Reach it out. Take a nice deep breath in. Reach, reach, reach. Let it go with the big sigh. And again, nice deep breath in. Reach, reach, reach. Contract every muscle. Contract it. Reach. Contract, hold it. Reach. Let it go. Now, walk those feet in one at a time. Bring those hands down beside you. Preparing for bridge. If you have a block at home, place it between your knees, because this is a great exercise of engaging those adductor muscles. Scoop the shoulder blades underneath you, and your feet are as close to the behind as they can get. You want the work to really come from the center of the body. So on the next inhale, and if you're going to look at the screen or look at me, do it before you lift up into bridge. You want to protect the head and the neck. So you want to be looking straight up at the ceiling. On the next inhale, draw that pelvic floor in, press through the feet. See if you can let your glutes stay soft. How high can you lift without engaging your butt muscles? Are they still soft? Just notice. Breathing into it. Nowhere to go. At this point, the only thing that is working here is physics. The physics of the feet working into the floor and lifting through the belly, through the core, belly button's going to the spine, pelvic floor is coming up the body. Now, nice deep breath in, exhale, engage those glutes, lift a little higher. This is the point that if you want to clasp your hands underneath you, you can. Find your breath. On the next inhale, prepare to lift a little higher. Exhale, deepen the lift. Find your edge. Go up to it. Eyes are closed. You're really beginning to drop into that space of holding this. Keep going. We're going to have a quick look at everybody. Find your breath. Nowhere to go. The lift is coming from the center. This is a nice, beautiful back bend. Yes, good. Those of you at home, imagine that I'm touching the outside edges of your hips and just encouraging you to lift a little higher. Find your edge, look into it, find your breath, stay with it. So as we prepare from bridge to move into meditation and motion, meditation and motion is really about getting it out of the mind's way, letting it move to the back of the room, and letting the body run the show. Follow the movement that the body wants to take you into. No two people's meditation and motion looks the same. So if it's there with you today, follow it. If it's not with you, stay in bridge. It's okay. Bridge is a perfect place to hang out. Sometimes meditation and motion is very gentle and small movements. Sometimes there's no movements. Sometimes they're large and dynamic movements. Follow where it takes you. When the body leads the way, it knows what it can do and what it can't do. And so there's no opportunity for injury. It's when thinking mind jumps in and tries to run the show, it's when injury occurs. For those of you who are still in bridge, take a nice deep breath in with your full expression and begin to lower down one vertebrae at a time. Do it more slowly than you normally would. For those of you who are in meditation and motion, continue your journey and begin to consider the idea that in the next 3 or 4 breaths, you're going to come into knees at the chest, rocking side to side. And as you find your way into knees at chest, ask the body one last time, is there anything else that you need to complete your practice today? And if the body says yes, Shavasana, find your way into Shavasana. If it says, oh no, I need a shoulder spin, then find your way to shoulder spin. Honor what is being asked of you. So as we begin to find our way into Shavasana, allowing those feet to fall open, the core to soften, the palms to open to receiving what the universe has to offer today. The breath will grow shallow, and the eyes will grow heavy. Movement is continuous, even in stillness. Energy moves through the body. Feel the movement. Be the stillness. And so begin to deepen your breath. There goes your fingers and lift your head. Come back to now slowly. Roll to your side. Hang out there. Just let your body come back to now. Just in a really gentle, beautiful way. Hand at your heart. Namaste. Namaste.